And Max, the death toll continues to climb this day in India. This recently renovated suspension bridge collapsed on Sunday in the western Indian state of Gujarat, killing at least 134 people, including children. Earlier today, we heard from the Home Minister of Gujarat State. He said that the state had lodged a criminal complaint against the agency responsible for the maintenance of the bridge and that an investigation is underway. Authorities say that 200 people were on the bridge at the time of the collapse. It collapsed Sunday evening, 6:30 p.m. local time. You're looking at pictures that came up earlier of the search and recovery operation that is underway this day. Now, I want to show you now disturbing and distressing video that has been circulating widely on social media showing the immediate aftermath of.
All right, Shalom, Shalom, giving our praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakah, Kwadash, give double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. And the year of turn up is turning up. Collapse under Indian bridge that killed 134 was recently repaired. Officials says this is CNN News. This is the incident hearing talk on it on social media. India bridge collapse, children among at least 134 killed in Gujarat disaster. So yeah, man, this is that Halloween, the spirit of Halloween. And what is Halloween all about? What is Halloween all about? Right, let's take a look, man. Let's check out another one. This is the same one. There's another incident that happened in Seoul. This is also going around the social media. I'm just going to let you hear this one. It gets a little bit graphic, so I'm not going to show certain bits. It's going to hit the bullet points.
CNN's Will Ripley is in Seoul with more on the story, but first a warning. His report does contain graphic images.
Halloween horror and heartbreak. In Seoul's popular nightlife district, nightmare scenes.
Alright, so I'm just gonna let you hear this the vocals because YouTube people them are a bit silly and petty. Although it's on the news, the mainstream CNN news, I'm just gonna let you hear a lot of it. Yeah, 3 South Korean military personnel among those killed in South crowd. What we covered here, at least 153 people were killed and dozens more hurt in the apparent. Let's hear it, run it, let you hear it, man.
Narrow alleys of Itaewon lined with lifeless bodies, many in costume. Frantic first responders trying to save them.
This is a row of stretchers that we initially thought were waiting for potential survivors of this incident at a Halloween party where thousands of people were packed into a relatively tight area. But in fact, we've now realized that these stretchers are being used to bring back bodies. And we've just seen body after body rolling past here.
Most of those hurt or killed in their late teens and 20s, the local fire chief says. Young people from South Korea and beyond. Witnesses say Itaewon's iconic Halloween festivities always draw an international crowd. This video on Twitter shows an apparent lack of crowd control. A sea of bodies pouring into a tiny area. An ominous warning telling people to be careful. Police and emergency crews rushed to the scene shortly after 10 p.m. local Saturday night. Yonhap News Agency reported emergency lines flooded with calls from people in the packed area, saying they were stuck, suffocating. Some who fell down apparently crushed under a growing pile of people. Official causes of death not confirmed, but Yonhap reporting dozens suffered cardiac arrest.
And I saw the people going to the left side, and I actually saw the person actually get into the opposite side. So actually the person in the middle, they got jammed, and they have no way to communicate, and they cannot breathe.
The fire chief calls this a presumed stampede. The investigation is ongoing. Social media video shows emergency crews struggling, pulling injured and unconscious victims from the narrow alleyways, still jammed with hundreds, if not thousands, of people. South Korea's President Yoon Suk-yeol holding an emergency cabinet meeting. The tragic incident now being treated as a national disaster. Authorities say hospital beds and morgues filling up fast. President Yoon making rapid identification of victims a top priority. Those emergency crews struggling, pulling injured and unconscious victims from the narrow alleyways, still jammed with hundreds, if not thousands, of people. South Korea's President Yoon Suk-yeol holding an emergency cabinet meeting. The tragic incident now being treated as a national...
Alright, so there you have it, man. I'll let you hear the vocals. You can check it out on yourself on CNN. This was October 29th, the evening, the weekend of Halloween. A lot happened. A lot has happened. The bridge collapse has happened, and there's other incidents that happened all around the world. People like to celebrate death. Be careful what you out for. You love blood, you out for blood. The Most High gives you what you want. You know what I mean? I was just checking this out as well. Halloween movie. What does it describe here? Halloween Kills. Right? And this was the release date was 15th October last year. Halloween Kills. That's the title of the movie. You can't make this up. It's the title of the movie. What's the storyline behind this? Let's check it out. Storyline. Halloween Kills. People like to celebrate death. All those people that died, 153, they was in Halloween costumes, and I've seen these. We've all seen these costumes with blood. A lot of them are covered in blood, and they got screws going through their head, knives in there stuck in their head. Those costumes, what they use, and imitating death, and imitating being strangled, imitating being shot, imitating being chopped up. And then when you get it, you get all surprised, you get all shooken up. Wasn't you imitating death? You was imitating death. And then the Most High gives you what you want. Was at least 153 people were killed and dozens more hurt in an apparent crowd search packed Halloween festival in South Korea, capital of Seoul. Right. Crushed. They died of cardiac arrest. It says the district of what caused the crush is not clear, but witnesses say, what that was it was a party. Party goers had been packed tightly in the district narrow street, and it was difficult to move around. So this is they're calling it a national disaster, a national mourning. Yeah, right on Halloween. And that's just an appetizer. And the Most High gave you a little taster. One of my favorite precepts in Psalms 110 and 6. I'm going to look at some precepts to end off the video, but he was asking for, here it is, the storyline. Halloween Kills, story explained. Throughout the course of Halloween Kills, that's the title of it. People are on the way home from camp. People were dressed like, it was crowded, there was traffic jams, all the clubs were open. People wanted to just get foolish and act the fool. And man, there's a whole heap of deaths, man. More gonna be coming out. This is just on the mainstream. These are just the ones that were on the mainstream and well documented. So this guy here, Tommy, has slowly transformed onto a vigilante. See, he's got the mask there. They love their masks, and their masks, all you're doing is imitating a demon that the mask gives you, whatever mask you put on. Imposing mob rule in the sleepy town of Hanodfield, and commanding a small pulse with the express purpose of rooting out Michael Myers and putting an end to his reign of terror. So this is what the title of the movie. Right. That's the title of the movie. That's the storyline. There you have it, man. Craziness. The nightmare isn't over as unstoppable killer Michael Myers escapes from Luras Strode's trap to continue his ritual And that was a ritual death. All those that died. All those that died was a ritualistic death. Ritual. Bloodbath. Right? Injured and taken to the hospital. Laura Rinetries with Tommy Dow, the boy she was babysitting on the night Michael began his reign of terror. And that's a demon. Yeah, that actor there is a demon. He's acting out a demon fantasy. Because they love blood. And UEs love blood too. As Law continues to fight throughout the pain, Tommy leads an angry mob of vigilantes to rise up against mayors and destroy the evil once for all. Yeah, I'll go back to that again because something stood out with me here. It says that the crush took place in the Night Taif district of Tehran, where calls the crush is not clear. The crush is not clear, but witnesses say it had been packed tightly in the district. Say that was the spirit of the demon, man. The spirit of the demon came and just killed them all, slaughtered them all, suffocated them. They was talking about cardiac arrest. That was a spirit. The spirit killed them. It's clear if you're spiritual why they died. That was a ritualistic killing. That was a ritual, right? Enough said on that, right? The ritual bloodbath. This is the movie. This is what they celebrate. You understand? So we all know the back story to this Halloween thing. Could be another video, but we're gonna hit the precepts. And I just tapped in the blue letter blood. Then there's a lot there. There's a lot. Just tapped in the blue letter blood. And what 437 is times it's mentioned in the Bible in 335 verses. Blood comes up, and a lot of them relate to death. We're going to hit some precepts because he loves blood. That's what the Most High says about you, right? In Ezekiel. Was it talking about the subheading there? Prophecy against Mount Seir, right? It was a lot of heathens there. There's a lot of heathens there, but directly the Most High don't like the wicked, the heathens and ease especially. So let's hit these precepts. And point is already made. We see the death, we see the judgment in the year of turn up, and the Most High is showing you, it's giving you what you're asking for. He that loves blood, let's read it. Ezekiel 35:7 says, thus I will make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it that possess out, and him that returneth, and I will fill his mountains with his slain men. This is the ultimate prophecy. The ultimate prophecy. Like I say, that was just an appetizer, a taster. In thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make thee a perpetual desolation, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. This is a kicker, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and I will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will even do according to mine anger, according to thine envy which thou hast used at the hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. I think we've got to go up a bit. Yeah, we got to go up a little bit. Let's go up to 4. And I will lay the cities waste, and thou shalt be a desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel. So that's Galatians 6:7. Whatsoever man soweth, that he should also reap. And that's also Isaiah 14. He that leadeth in this slavery shall go into slavery, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquities had an end. Therefore, as the Lord liveth, said the Lord, I will prepare unto thee blood, and blood shall pursue thee. That's what we wanted. There seeth thou had hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. There saith that have not hated. Let me say that right. Thus saith thou had not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Let me read that again. Wherefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare unto thee blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou had not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Right, man. So be careful what you ask for. The death toll. And it's not a lot right now. Not a lot. 153. Not a lot of this. The crush that killed at least 153 people in South Korea. Yeah, go and check it out. It's all up on social media, and it's even in mainstream. This was what happened over the weekend. So they was imitating. That's art imitating life, man. You understand? That's Halloween imitating blood. The blood that's gonna come upon them and pursue you. You celebrating it. Celebrating blood. Let's hit some of these precepts. Another one in Isaiah, Ezekiel 25. Let's jump down to 12. Yeah, here you go. The subheading, Judgment on Gentiles. And this was a judgment on Gentiles. These two incidents, the Indian bridge collapse and the Seoul Halloween crushing. Right? That was a judgment on the Gentiles. Yeah? So you can understand. And it was a small taste, a little appetizer. 12 says of Ezekiel 25, Thus saith the Lord God, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended, and revengeth him upon them. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it a desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord. Right, like I say, a little appetizer. Right? Some blood precepts here. Just tapped in blood, and Most High is so generous, you know. Give me these precepts. Yeah, let's hit another one. God's wrath against the nations. Subheading on Isaiah 34. God's wrath against the nations. You saw it. You saw it yourself. This was on October the 29th. Seoul Halloween news, right? It's all there up there on mainstream news. All of it. It's all up there. Yeah, you might hear some more things that comes out, but we know the Most High is not. The angels are not sleeping. They're doing their thing. Yeah, highly busy. We see them going over, either going to do judgment because they're always carrying out work, finishing their assignments. And when they finish one assignment, they go back to the heavens and they ask for more. What's next? They're about that life. The angels are hitmen, spiritual hitmen, and they're about that life, right? And they don't take back no talk, and they don't talk. They just do. You understand? So they walk the walk, they talk the talk. As a matter of fact, they don't talk. They just do it. They just carry out the assignments. They just do the walk. They just do the work and walk the walk. Right, man. So you can understand. Right? Giving you in the plain slang so you can understand. Isaiah 34:4 says, And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and a falling fig from the fig tree. Right? This makes me just think about all these judgments, man. For my soul shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. And we're still waiting eagerly for the grand finale. Yeah, it's a slow burner movie, and these are just little appetizers. right, the movie will get more dramatic. The movie will get more dramatic, and it's picking up momentum. Here's the last one, the kicker, the last one of my favorite precepts, Psalms 110, straight to the point. 6 says, he shall judge among the heat. Now let's hit this, let's build it up a bit. Psalms 110, let's go to 1. It says, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool. Let me take my time with that one. I'll take my time with that one, because that's just a nice one, man. That's a nice one. We need to breathe on that one, because Yahweh Shai is waiting for his time to come. He wants to get busy, and I'm going to read that again. You understand? He's just waiting, man, because he's finished his assignment. Yahweh Shai has finished his assignment, and he's just waiting for the enemies to be placed at his footstools. His work is done. Well, as a matter of fact, when he comes back in Isaiah 47, he ain't gonna meet you as a man. His work, he only just started. He's gonna get busy in the spirit. In the spirit, he's gonna get busy. But his fleshly work has been carried out when he was on the earth, being persecuted and suffering. Through his stripes, Isaiah 53 says that, and verse 6, 5 and 6, through his stripes we are healed. So he laid down his fleshly blood, he spilled his blood for his precious elect. So that part of the assignment is finished and complete. Now we've got another part of the movie. The Lord said unto my Lord, sit. The Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies my footstool. Yeah, right. So that's beautiful right there. You understand? He's reigning right now. Yeah, his reign has begun in the heavens, waiting for his enemies to be placed at his footstool at the right hand of Yahweh. Yeah, he's finished that assignment, that part of the assignment. And when he come back, he says in Psalms, jump down to 6, he shall judge among the heathen, he shall fill the places with the dead bodies. I'll read that again. He shall judge among the heathen, he shall fill the places with dead bodies, he shall wound the heads over many countries. Right, we've just seen those little appetizers, and we're waiting for the grand finale when Yahweh Shai returns. Giving our praises to Yahweh by Hashem Shai. Be careful what you ask for. You love blood, you ask for blood. And let me read one of these precepts here, because I tapped in blood just to end it off. Point is already made, but since I brought it up, let me read it. Yeah, there's one example here. Genesis chapters 4 and 10 says, and he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. Yeah, because you killed many innocent. Yeah, you're the seed. You're the seed of Cain, your forefather. You're the seed of Cain, and you're a fugitive in the land. That's what it's saying here in Genesis chapters 4 and 10. So the blood that you've slayed is now crying out, and whosoever slays blood, that blood is asking back. You have to pay it back. Alright? And here's the point here. And surely your blood of your lives will require at the hand of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of man, at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of blood. You spill blood, your blood has to be spilled. That's what you call justice. You understand? An unbalanced scale is an abomination to the Lord. So you spill blood, your blood has to be spilled. That's the way it works. Simple and plain. Yeah? Point blank period. Giving our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yoshai, by Hashem Harakak Wadash. Double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And the water to Yahweh, give me the spirit to do this video. The house of David is rising, and everything the wicked have done to us, past, present, and future, is falling upon their own head. Until the next one.